The calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Denver Broncos. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. From the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Solid stiff arm. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. So now here are the Broncos with excellent field position to start off. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns with 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
I'm going to give him another shot.
All right. I think the ratio's pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. From the right hash, this from 53. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From the 10. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville offense ready to go back to work. He'll look to shake off the interception on the opening drive. He should at least be comforted that it resulted in 3, not 6.
And if I were him, I would be the guy all the way out on the field greeting my defense now, saying thanks a lot. You held them to a field goal after I turned it over. That's a big defensive stand for them. He needs to go out now and make up for what he did on the first drive.
2nd down and 7. Lawrence will throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. The numbers for him from a week ago. Now you figure that he'll probably be a big factor in this one as well.
No question about it, partner. We just saw it right there. They want to get him the ball in space and see what he can do after the catch.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Lawrence. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender. And that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Now they try the right side here. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Going for the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Godfrey. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He lost 2, and it brings up 4.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, Lawrence finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. This defense for the Broncos, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance.
And the ball is knocked out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Broncos about set to go on offense. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And they give this time to the tailback. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They'll try and run for it. And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Lawrence to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Mullins. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. And this one is right through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Denver's offense ready to go again. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Now back to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this one is incomplete. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. The decision to scramble almost got him the first, just short, 9 yards, and it brings up 4th and inches.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Second down and 4. Here they go with Godfrey. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
But when you go from 2nd to 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. Lawrence on 3rd down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Now Lawrence on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence, and this is going to be incomplete. The Jaguars on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. But to throw again is Lawrence. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. .35 yards that time on the punt. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They were winners a week ago over the Steelers, and they lead this one as well as they start here 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Escaping the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Looking to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll look to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way. as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. From the 25 on second down, Lawrence going right side here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now they'll try the jet sweep here. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Touchdown, defense.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And his throw is going to be incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Lawrence to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. At the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play. Just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. 5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And they continue to lead in the battle of field goals here. It's now 9-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll start in the black and blue division. Chicago hosting Minnesota at Soldier Field. And in the second quarter, it's the Vikings who are out on top. The Vikings still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And they trail the visiting Lions in that one. The Lions seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And that game all square as they take on the visiting Seahawks. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Broncos. And it was a tricky half to figure out numbers-wise. They've got the lead, but you'd figure they're definitely talking about ways to get this passing game back on track. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
Here we go.
Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half. As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They'll set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. On play action, they'll throw. His throw incomplete. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Let's give him a show.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for only a couple.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 24. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Hands it off out of the gun. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
That's it, baby.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 at the 19. They'll drop to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Touchdown, Broncos. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Here comes the defensive unit for the Broncos. They trot back out there. And a big reason they have the lead right now, as we see on the screen, their 3 turnovers.
And how about the emotion now that the defensive team is generating for the entire team? Creating the turnovers, what they call takeaways, and turning those into points for their team. That's why they have the lead, and that's got to be exciting for those guys on the defensive side of the ball.
And the drive starts with a completion left side. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. From the 25 on 2nd down, Lawrence. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Lawrence. Going to throw right side here. Complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score.
Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
And plenty to praise on the play, but this is also a bit of a breakdown defensively because you've got to be right on him when he makes the catch. Otherwise, he has the ability to really make you pay, and he does right there, picking up excellent real estate after the catch.
And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It will come out to the 25.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. They'll look to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity. It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And this will be a Jaguars first down as he gets this up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
From midfield now, Lawrence. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off near the 44. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position of throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Godfrey on the carry. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
We got this.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Lawrence will throw. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And the Broncos get there and take him down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's going to have a Broncos first down as good running gets him to about the 44. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Let's go.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A pickup of 2 yards. And that goes first down.
And he's got this down to the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Denver.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Back to throw here. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 26. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. On 1st down, Lawrence.
He finds his man, complete. It's Mullins. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Now Lawrence.
He finds his man, complete. It's Mullins. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now. It's Lawrence.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
And in a 2-score game, obviously every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
60 Pittsburgh.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mullins. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
7 yards, the pickup there.
On 2nd down now. Godfrey looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Here's Lawrence.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
Going for it all. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And not what he was hoping for there as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
Now Lawrence to throw. Shrugs him off. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. From the 35 on 2nd down, Lawrence. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. First down now, but that clock rolling. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. 10 seconds to go. After the sack on 1st down, Lawrence. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
The win for the Broncos seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Denver, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville.